Imagine yourself, your own family. You have to flee your home, and you have nowhere to go. Your kids are hungry, sick, and cold. And you have no choice. What will you do? I'm not here today to make you feel sorry for me and my family. I'm here today to talk to you about my personal experience and leave you with the idea that the word we choose has to reflect the action we take, how we can empower our voice. I'm here today to plant the seed in your mind and heart, the seed of hope. That one day, when you feel empowered, you must use your voice. I'm from Syria. I born and raised in Damascus. I'm Kurdish. I came to Canada 24 years ago. I have a 23-year-old son who goes to college here. I'm a hairstylist. I'm like every one of you. I love to go out, be with my friend, go shopping, traveling, love to cook. In 2011, the war started in Syria. We all watch it in the news. We saw images of thousands of people with a fleeing their home and countries. Some of those people, they were my own family. They flee to Turkey. 2 brothers and 3 sisters. I did what every one of you will do to their own family to help them. I sent them money. I Googled different organizations was set up to help the refugee over there, to help them. I talked to them every day, hearing their struggle. I didn't understand why they can get the help they need. So in 2014, I decided I want to go and visit them in Turkey. And what I saw and experienced was not the same what we all watch in the news and read story in the media. It was worse than I could ever imagine. It was not just my own family who needed help. I saw thousands of people on the street without home. Kids are hungry. I would never forget that little boy, about 5 years old, crying to his mother for a piece of bread. My family were lucky. They have a place to live, but they slept in the floor because I paid their rent. It hurt me a lot. I heard so many stories and suffering from those people in the street. I know I have to do something. I have to help. One day, I took my niece and nephew by hand, and we start walking by the neighborhood. I start knocking in each door. I do not speak their language, but I pointed to the kids. And I said to them, they are Syrian refugees and they need your help. Door after door was slammed shut in my face and was the hardest thing I ever did in my life, begging for help. I didn't know what else to do. I returned to the apartment. 24 hours later, a truck showed up, full of furniture, blanket, and pillows, clothes. Even though the neighbor did not understand me, but they heard me. It was my last day to return home here to Canada. And I did not have a chance to see all my family. My sister-in-law, Rehanna, and my two nephews, Ghalib and Alan, they were stuck in a closed border trying to enter Turkey after they flee Kobani, 12 hours away from where I was. I never get to see them, and I did not know I will never see them again. After that visit, my life has changed. My world has changed. I returned to my lovely home, my beautiful furniture. And I thought to my mind, how lucky we are to live in this beautiful country. I decided I want to try to help my family to bring them to Canada as a refugee. I tried. Different organization, lots of phone calls. But my voice was not heard. Our border was closed. Our system was set up to fail. I had to break the news to my family that I cannot bring you to Canada unless something will change. Give me some time. But the time has run out. My brother and his family decided they want to go to Europe, like the other thousands of people were doing it. In September the 3rd, 2015, I woke up very early in the morning. Couldn't sleep, didn't know why. I looked at my cell phone. Was a lot of missed calls from my family. And I know was something wrong. My family broke the news to me and told me that my sister-in-law, Rehanna, and my two nephews, Ghalib and Alan Kurdi, had drowned. I remember falling on my knees, and I screamed as loud as I could. Why now? Why them? Why not me? God, enough is enough. Enough suffering. It was the picture of my little nephew, Alan Kurdi, the boy in the beach. Was all over the media across the world. Too many innocent people have died in the war, but we all were silent. Thousands of children was starving from hunger, but we all were silent. It took only one picture, the picture of that little boy in the beach, to move us to be human. I remember my phone call with my brother Abdullah, the father who just lost his entire family, crying to me. He told me, the picture of my boy is the wake-up call to the world. Enough suffering, enough killing. Let's put our voice together. I could have stayed in my house and cry. But instead, I said to myself, if I couldn't save my own family, let's save the others. Out of my heart, the string was given to my voice to speak to the media, not just here in Canada, but globally. I had a chance to go to Brussels and tell the world about the suffering, the inhumanity was happening. I was in a meeting with the European Union High Commissioner. They were passionate. I spoke to them. They listened to my voice, and they heard me. I was inspired by them, all of them, especially Antonio Guterres and Federica Mogherini. I continue to use my voice. I spoke to president, prime ministers. I went to Germany, I went to Turkey, I went to Kurdistan, Iraq. I saw refugee camp. I saw people line up for an hours for water and food. I had the opportunity to deliver school supplies to refugee children in a camp with my brother Abdullah. It was my voice. A tragedy has to happen for my voice to be heard. Finally, action were taken. Borders were open. Refugee brought to Canada, and I was part of that. I'm not responsible for those actions. I do not make decisions, and I'm not a politician. But my voice was heard. The picture of Alan Kurdi is the gift to us, to you and me. It's the powerful image to teach us how we can use today a tragedy as a seed of hope. Not to invite a tragedy, but to recognize that it's going to happen. And when it does, can we open our door and arm and heart? Can we find hope? I hope I have planted the seed of hope in your mind and ask you that you will speak up. You not be part of the silent majority, and that you will add your voice and take action today for better world tomorrow. Do not be silent. We all breathe the same, walk the same, and we all have the same heart. Thank you.